Hi, DAVIII here, and today we have a new episode in the art review series, and today we'll be checking out the work of Morry or Morry Evans here on X or Instagram. I believe I found this artist via this piece. I found them through the feed, but I think this is like a recent post. Oh, I think there's this one, or this one, not sure, but this one is a recent post. I haven't seen this one yet. Let me just zoom in. I do think this is Chun-Li. Here we have Cammy from the Street Fighter game. Interesting, they're still showing off some hatching in the final shot. So it's sort of part of their style to show like the pencil hatches. It's not just for like the shadows. You also see it for some highlights as well. So you can see it for like in these areas in the pants for this Cammy blonde character. And oftentimes for this game, I think Chun-Li and Cammy are like the famous ones. I actually found out who Cammy was recently because I've seen her character before, but I just did not know who her name is or what her name was. But apparently it's Cammy. Interesting, even in the background, it does have like a texture to it. I'm guessing it's some kind of filter. If you look at these like neon type LED lights, wait, there's a bit of an RGB shift as well. Let me zoom in. But aside from that, there's like a texture around it. I'm guessing there's some noise as well, but it's a lot stronger in the background than it is in these two characters. You can even feel like the strands of the hair sort of being pulled towards these like buns for this Chun-Li character, but in this case she's wearing like red, like a red coat. I do think it's Chun-Li. Let me just check. Okay, there's no context. Please tell me you have just the Cammy version, would look like a dope phone wallpaper. Chun-Li is a triad member. Oh, maybe it's, yeah, interesting. And she's wearing jeans. Kind of hot actually. Let's check this one out. Let me look at this. No idea who this guy is, but I'm guessing Street Fighter as well. But again, in the final piece shot, you can still see the hatch lines, and it's not like it's ink. It's their pencil, like hatch lines. Like they're from the original drawing almost. And the way they paint or render, it does look a little bit like watercolor to me. Like it has a washed vibe. Like it's not that opaque. And there's sort of a softness to the way it's rendered. Look at how the highlights were done, say for these knuckles. Like do you see this white part here or this latter area? And they did that via hatch lines, right? Very thin hatch lines, highlight hatching lines. Very interesting. The highlights here as well in the underside of the, there you go. But it's almost hard to see like when you zoom out, but it's there. Pretty cool. Even the shadow for this face, it'll add like very soft hatch lines as well. And if you look at the face, I think it's more obvious for like Chun-Li over here. This is a female character. Look at how there's a bit of a blushing look. Like it's a bit reddish or pink in this area. It gets really light as you go further at the bottom, and darker as you go to the top. And look at that soft sort of gradation as you go from the bottom to the top. It has like again a watercolor gradient look, wash look to it. And looking at the clothing here, well, everything really. There's like a noise texture added in the end as well. Yeah, this one I think is from the Hunter X Hunter something. Yeah, I've seen it before. Right? The rendering is in watercolor, or it has a watercolor vibe again, and it's combined with the sort of hatching style for both shadow and highlights. Pretty cool. I am liking this style. Wait, we forgot this Chun-Li. Got some blood on her hands a little bit, so you can tell she's been fighting. I mean, look at these like pencil sketch lines, and they include that in the end. But I think it works because it's also like super thin, so it's not too invasive. Like the coloring underneath or the rendering underneath is allowed to like show itself. If you look at the shadows for these, like I'm not sure what these are called, but the white parts that's covering her buns, there's a bit of bluish gray in there. Again, very watercolor-esque. If you look at the highlights here in the back, in her like braids, well not braids, but in these like white strands, look at how these like lime, light green-ish hues, they're added in through hatch lines, right? Same thing for the highlights. So in a way, it has a little bit of a like a color pencil look, right? Like a mixed media look, if you think of it in traditional terms. Very cool. And their line art is not like one point only. They kind of sculpt the lines, right? If you look at the belly here or the midsection, it's very obvious. Even for this arm line, contour line, the weight of it, the thickness of it varies a little bit. So it's not like you're doing multiple strokes to achieve a certain thinness or thickness. Who this? Very interesting. It's a reptilian person. I do like the hands. I feel the scales, or even in the arms and the body. I mean, that's a lot of effort to draw like these scales. You can see like the underside and the outer side of it. Pretty cool. Nice tail. Nice powers here, like diamond something, like a crystal thing forming in their hand. Like they really go in and detail. You can see that the hash lines over, like even within each scale. It's so tight. It's pretty cool, but at the same time, it feels natural. Like it feels manually done. Because there's a certain kind of illustration style. Just think, for me, I think of like Sakimi-chan. Like it's hard to see her strokes sometimes, just because of how smooth it can get. This one's a bit different. It's highly rendered, right? Highly polished, but you can still see like the manual strokes. Look at that. We have another dragon boy over here. Wait, let me just see. Maybe there's like a context bit here. There is none. Old blood drake from Wandering Inn. No idea who. Oh, she's on. Look at that. Right, the pencil lines mixed in with this. If you look at the rendering for this one, it's not too. It's a bit desaturated. But with these like bits of orange in the hair, like you can make that super saturated by simply making everything else desaturated. Let me look at the dragon boy. Look at the hatch lines again. Oh my god. Nice tail. I mean, the skin, I think that they've nailed down the skin pretty well. And even like the torso set here, the belt and everything, it looks like the thing, or like the actual material. Like these parts feel metal, these parts feel like it's actual leather. You can feel like the metalness of the belt buckle here. Pretty cool. But notice that they're not using a lot of texture brushes. I think they're using basic brushes, but look at how they can bring out, or they can make and suggest their own unique textures, like in each part of this character piece. Very cool. Come in. Wait, I want to see some pencil sketches as well. Let me just open this in a new tab. Yeah, I think these lines end up in the end of their illustration. I want to go back to... Right? So they do make sure that everything is sort of somewhat clean, even though it's you can see some pencil marks here and there that you could totally erase. They do leave that in to sort of contribute to that overall texture, right? Because when they render, I don't think they're using too complex of like texture brushes. I think they use basic brushes. Interesting. Again, the hatch line's pretty cool. The face is very clean. Oh, even the bottom of the lip has a bit of a hatch line there. Very pretty. Yeah, man. Oh, it's a big photo. We do see some noise texture added in the end as well. Look at that. Ooh. Wait, maybe they are using a brush that has a bit of texture, but it's not too drastic or it's not too like obvious. And I think they're using like a gradient map of some kind to sort of make the overall atmosphere of this like shot more consistent, because you can feel like the sunset vibe here. It feels like a sunset sort of scene. I like how this part of the hair is glowing. Right, very saturated, and her face is desaturated. Really brings out like the contrast, a strong contrast, so it helps you look at that area first. Yeah. So here we have like a nice switch. Yeah. Again, look at the wash of this belly. At the top, it's a little darker. It becomes lighter as you go further down. It has a watercolor vibe to it. I mean, even her set here, if you just focus on this spot, like the skull, like it's like a bird skull or like a blade here. Just a big blade for like a witch. She kind of reminds me a little bit of the blade part anyway. Is that Tabasco? Like chili? Jeez. I saw a video online of this guy. He had like a similar thing. Instead of a gun, he had like a Tabasco thing in his belt. Very interesting. Like someone videoed or found privately from their car. They saw someone enter like a store or something, and the guy had the belt, and you would assume he had like a gun, like you would think, oh, it's like an open carry state, but it wasn't even a gun. It's like a freaking Tabasco chili sauce. Oh yeah, Mushoku Tensei, the redhead girl with the big blade. Because I think she fights with like a really thick blade. And I think it's Rudius. Let me just drink some coffee because I'm so thirsty. Oh, the coffee feels so freaking good. It's like a perfect temperature. Yeah, I think Rudius gave her that big blade somewhere along the line. Here's the part. Oh, this is where you can see the flat version. And even in this stage, they already have like some noise to it. There's some kind of texture, paper texture of some kind. I think it's just noise texture, but interesting. Look at that. She kind of reminds me of a character from the Dungeon Meshi something. The blonde hair who became like a bird. I've only seen like a few episodes, but I think it's a cool design. I mean, look at this guy. Oh, this one. Is this the same girl? I mean, they both have blonde hair, but I mean, look at geez, look at the shot and the underboob. Look at ooh. Interesting, the feathers. Look at how the highlights were done, or the lighter strokes were done for these parts. It's like a pencil stroke, meaning it's a very thin sort of line. As you go further at the bottom, it's more empty. Right. But as you go further back, you see more darker strokes being added. Very interesting the way they hatch. It's not just about shadows, it's about highlights as well. Same thing for the face, the shadows here. I mean, yeah, there's like a gradient as well in the beneath that, but on top of it, you have some pencil strokes. Same thing for the hair. Oh, the eyes really like glow at you. Super hot. You know what? Look at this guy. Let me just see this guy. Look at the muscles. Oh, look at a big broad shoulders here. Oh. Oh, she's cool. I think. Oh, is this she or he? I think it's a she. She looks kind of pretty. Or he looks kind of pretty. Who knows? Well, I think it's a she. I mean, look at that body. Especially the bottom. It's freaking tight. But then again, who knows? Wait. But the face is like really smooth anyway. I like the eyes too. It's not too crazy. I mean, yeah, the style is like anime-esque. But they don't like make the eyes like super detailed. It's sort of consistent all throughout. Like the way it's rendered, it's kind of how the body's rendered as well. And the original one, yeah, you can still see quite a bit of the pencil strokes in the end. So yeah, I'm gonna link this artist in the description below. I mean, look at how seductive this witch is. Dangerous. Oh, hello there. Yeah, so I'll link this page again in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.